Hi, this is Pastor Bob, and welcome to Pastor Bob Daily. Lars on Facebook says, the modern church, especially my own, is having a massive focus on leadership, and with that leadership, training and loads of various courses with topics that sound similar to the 80s Get-Successful books. What I see is Christians much more aware of what they lead, what they want to aspire to as leaders, and which course to take next. I do know and believe that the church is in need of good and skilled leaders. But the massive forms and focus and the lifestyle it brings seems to be out of tune with the Bible and looks to me like a subculture in Christendom. Are we off the road on this? Or did God really intend a church so obsessed with leader titles? Well, Lars, I love this question, and you know it's a tricky one simply because there are so many answers. Yes, it's important that you know how to lead and that you have some leadership skills, but very honestly, I think sometimes they can get in the way. You know, I used to think that my biggest challenge was learning how to lead, learning how to make people respect me, learning how to make them listen to me, becoming a much better speaker so I could hold people's attention, all of those things. And I can say, too, that those things were important, but they weren't the most important. I have learned that the most important quality for a Christian leader is transparency. And I don't see too many people teaching that today. But transparency. You know, when Paul said, follow me as I follow Christ, that's what he meant. And he was pretty transparent. He's pretty rough sometimes. Sometimes when you read some of his writings in the Bible, you think, wow, did he just say that? You know, because he's really transparent. He's really honest about who he is, and sometimes he comes across, great spiritually. Sometimes he comes across a little rough. But people knew that he was who he was. And, I hope they do that with me, and I hope they do that with you. That we can lead by example, that we can lead with transparency, and that we can lead by serving. Now, there's the other thing. When I take a position of leadership that puts me above everybody else, where I stand, tall, and I stand up on a pulpit, and I know there are people that preach that way, and it's fine if you do. I just can't do it. I have to be down where everybody else is at. But when you put yourself there and you separate yourself as well, then there is this separation. And then we really have what I call a spectator sport. We have a whole bunch of people coming to listen to a certain man perform or woman perform. And that's really not what we're intended to do. That's not what the Bible talks about. Socratic discussion and using our spiritual gifts together, all of those things are massively important, and everybody ought to have a time like that. And it may not be on Sundays, but sometime during the week where people can have interaction and use their spiritual gifts. But here's the point. We really have to lead through example and transparency. We need to make our mistakes in front of people too. That's the tough one. When you see leaders and they look perfect, they're not. I hope that helps. God bless you. Have a great day.